guys, so today's video is super exciting for two reasons. Number one, I have a giveaway at the end of this video. It is so exciting. I have some great products for one lucky person to win. It is a giveaway for hitting my 1-year mark plus hitting 2K subscribers. It is absolutely incredible, so just make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video so you can hear all the details, what you could win, how to enter, everything like that. So let's move into exciting reason number 2, and that is I have the brand new Flesh Beauty Firm Flesh Thick Stick Foundation. I have the shade number 2, Milk, and oh man, this looks pale. Let me do a quick swatch on the back of my hand. I was not expecting this shade to look this light. I mean, it might look good on my face. It's always different on your hand than compared to swatching it on your face. I did order this from Ulta's website, so it was difficult trying to find a good shade match off of their website. You don't get a lot of really detailed pictures, a lot of really detailed description about each individual shade, but they did launch with 40 shades, which is absolutely incredible. They are a completely new makeup brand, so for them to launch straight out the gate with 40 shades is amazing. So this was my best guess, so hopefully this ends up working out. I do have to say it is so small. The product only has 0.16 ounces and it retails for $18, so it seems like it's a little bit expensive for getting such little amount of product. Let me roll it up for you guys so you can see. This is it completely rolled up. That's all the product that you get in there, so I'm thinking in my head like, how long is this really gonna last? I'm not entirely sure the standard amount for stick foundations. I do know that they are always less than liquid. Liquid, you always get the full 1 fluid ounce the majority of the time. I really quickly looked up a comparison because the ounces was just throwing me off. But if you compare it to the Hourglass Vanish Stick, that one is only 0.25 ounces and you pay $46. And tons of people rave about them. So I don't think that this is necessarily that bad then. I think I'll just go ahead and start applying this baby. We'll keep talking about it. So let's do that. I'm gonna take a little bit of primer. I have the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I just received this in my BoxyCharm and I have been loving it. It smells amazing and just leaves your skin feeling so soft. And it does give a very nice luminous glow to the skin, which I've been a very big fan of recently. And I am gonna layer a second primer as well. I'm taking the Smashbox Photo Finish. Just gonna apply this where I have really enlarged pores. This has been my most recent everyday routine, so testing out a new foundation, you wanna do your go-to. And I am prepped and ready. I'm just gonna start drawing it on in one section and start working it out. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna do a brush for one half, sponge on the other, the full routine of testing out new foundation. So I'm taking my Morphe Y6, I'm gonna work it out on this half. And this foundation is supposed to be a medium and luminous coverage, which is going to be very interesting to see with my very oily skin. Some luminous foundations can look and last beautifully. Some can make it look like I sprayed Pam on myself. It can be 50-50. Now what is pretty cool is that this foundation is made completely without any parabens or talc inside of it, which can be very hard to find in today's market. A lot of things have those two ingredients as the main ingredient. So I love that they decided to go with a formula that didn't have any of that in it. And I bet you didn't know that the founder of this company is Linda Wells, and she's the founder of Allure, which is really cool. I had no idea until I did some research before deciding to do this video, because I wanted to know the reasoning behind the name Flesh. A lot of people are on the fence about the name. I was one of them. I thought, why did she name the brand Flesh? It seems like a very strange name to go with when first creating a new company. I wouldn't have personally thought of like, Flush. But I read an amazing article which was actually done by Allure. I will put a link to it down below in the description box. Great article, goes into a lot of detail of why she decided to name it Flush Beauty. I feel like you need to read that article to get a full understanding of it, and then you'll really know why she named it that and start to understand and perhaps start to like the name. You may still find it kind of weird still, but I am now on board with the name Flush Beauty after reading that article, so I would highly recommend reading that. As I was talking, I completed half of the face. This half looks really good. It is definitely a medium coverage. I do still have some spots that have a little bit of color poking through, but that is to be expected of a medium kind of coverage. I'm sure you could build it up. It looks like it has a little bit of a shine to it, but nothing crazy. It looks good. I like the way that I applied with the brush. I felt like that went on really smoothly. So I'm now gonna do the other side with the sponge and see if there is any difference between brush and sponge. They did launch with a huge range of products, so if there's any other new items from them that you want me to test out, just let me know. Now, straight off the gate, I did exactly the same way. I did 3 stripes of the foundation. I put one here, a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the chin, same as I did the other side. And blending it out with a sponge, I do have to say that the foundation is picked up a little bit more. I'm noticing an area right here where the sponge seems to have just completely soaked up the product, and you see a lot of my natural skin poking through. So just comparing the two like that, I would say I'd probably prefer doing this foundation with a brush. I feel like the application you get is a little bit smoother and you're able to make it go a lot longer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the brush really quick and go over this side just because I like the finish a little bit better from the brush side. And after going over it with another layer where I felt like lost some of it, I do have to say that it is quite buildable. I'm not having any weird grabbing issues at any parts of the skin. It's not looking cakey. It looks very beautiful, very even. Looks like it has some great coverage to it. But now that this is fully applied, I'm thinking I'm gonna finish up the rest of the face really quick. I'm gonna do that really quick off camera and I will be right back. And there we have it. I have the rest of the makeup on. I try to keep it very simple. All I did was add a little bit of bronzer and a tiny bit of blush. And then, you know, I couldn't do without any highlight, but I decided to go with a more natural one. I went with a Wet n Wild one. Just put a little bit on my cheekbones here and a little bit on the cupid's bow. Nothing anywhere else, just to keep it very minimal so we can really see how this foundation is gonna wear, because today is gonna be a wear test. It is currently, wonder if you guys can see that, it is 10:18 a.m. So I'm gonna be doing a check-in 8 hours later. So we're talking about, what is it, 6 p.m.? I will be doing a check-in with you guys at that point in time because we need to see how this foundation is gonna wear throughout the day. So far it is looking fabulous. I am loving the way that it is sitting on the face. It just looks so smooth. It gave me amazing coverage. I have no weird grabbing issues. And it looks luminous, but not where it's making me look greasy. But of course, the true test is time and seeing how this actually performs throughout the day, if it breaks down or if it just holds up. So I will be checking back with you guys in 8 hours and letting you guys know how this looks then. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. And just like that, we jump forward almost 9 hours. It is currently 7:04. We're just 14 minutes shy of the 9-hour mark. And I need to tell you guys that this foundation may be one of the best that I have tried. I'm gonna get a little bit closer for you guys so you can really see this foundation. I have to say, I was very nervous testing this out because it says you're supposed to get a luminous, lightly dewy finish, not chalky. So when I hear that, I'm thinking like, ooh, dewy finish, very luminous. I have very oily skin and I'm thinking in my head I'm gonna look like a grease ball by the end of the night. But this is amazing. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I do have a little bit of a shine here and there, a little bit on the forehead, but this is almost at 9 hours. Still at the 7 hour, the 8 hour mark, I was looking very matte. I had a little bit of a glow to it, but everything was just set into place. Now I did use my normal routine. I used my favorite primers. I used my Coty Airspun powder. I set underneath the eyes, a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit on the chin because that is where I get the most oily. So I do that with all my foundations just to make sure everything's locked into place. And I did see quite a difference from where I set it to where I didn't. Where I set it, everything stayed looking matte all day long. Where I left it without any kind of powders on it, it had a very luminous coverage, so you could see that it was a little bit of a dewy feel. But even now at the 9 hour mark, I'm not even seeing that much shine. I'm honestly in shock. This foundation was incredible. I think I found a new favorite foundation. Because not only that, I don't see any cakiness, I don't see any buildup of the foundation. The foundation is still staying put on my face. I do have a little bit rubbing off at the very tip of my nose, but that is kind of normal for me. The rest of it is just staying put. So this foundation gets my stamp of approval. I would 100% recommend checking this product out, even if you have oily skin. Now, with all that being said, let's move into the giveaway portion for the end of this video. So, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I have reached 2K subscribers here on YouTube, and I've also reached my 1-year mark. It is so incredibly exciting because when I started my channel last year, I had the goal in mind of 1K subscribers, and I was like, if I could hit 1K, that would be incredible. And I managed to double my goal that I had set in my head, and it feels incredible. And I just want to say thank you so much to every single one of you who has subscribed. I truly appreciate and love every single one of you, and just I want to say thank you. So that is why I am doing this fun little giveaway. How you are going to enter is through the link that's going to be in the description box. I'll put link to giveaway and then it'll be right below it. And there are just 3 simple ways to enter, so very easy, very straight to the point. So let's jump into the process. These are the items right here. I have quite a few goodies. I think I'll start with the most exciting. The first I have is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, still in the box. So I'll just show you guys that this is the colors in there. This is a classic palette. So many people rave about it. I then have a Real Her blush kit. This is a blush trio, and I'll just show you guys. Still has its little safety packaging right there, the little carton. I then also have a really fun Pure Sculptor palette. So this is a contouring palette. And then a 3-piece brush set by The Vintage. This is their Step by Step. I have my own set right here, and these brushes are really good, so I thought you guys might enjoy your own set. They are fabulous brushes, and who doesn't love getting more makeup brushes? And the last item I have is the NYX Velvet Matte Lipsticks. This is a trio, and here are the 3 shades that you can get inside of there. So just a quick peek into everything that you could win. There will be only one winner, so whoever wins will receive all of these. And on that note, that is where I'm gonna end this video. I love you guys so much. Good luck, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.